real cats who you knew you, and blew you away with the way they could say what they wanted to say every day. Let's bring back the good old days when cruising with the tunes in the afternoons was in, and human beings were human beings who loved the simple things, not being rough, tough, or rich enough to buy all that stuff. When people drove with their windows open and listened to music and had good times rolling, and they loved singing with the radio. Singing with the radio. Let's bring that back. Ramapo 90.3 on the FM dial. While streaming online, you'll find WRPR is by the people for the people. And let's bring back singing with the radio. Singing it here.
You're listening to WRPR Mawa.
Now that's a face for radio.
This is Jonathan Casillas from the New York Giants, and you're listening to Beast of the East on WRPR 90.3 FM.
Thank you. Far too kind. Can I get an encore?
We are the Beast of the East. Ryan Morris, Dean Romatini, and we made a pickup off the waiver wire once again. You're actually the last one of us 6 to be on the show, I think. Have you been on here yet?
No, not this
semester. I haven't been on here since this semester started.
Really?
Not at all. Just been really busy.
Yeah,
even when I wasn't here?
Yeah.
No.
He's never been.
No, I came last semester. Last time I was here was last semester.
I think that's right, actually.
Not this semester, no.
No, it was definitely.
Well, the man we picked up is the one and only Brandon Kurtzman, quarterback for Team Ha on our flag football team. Do you know how weird it is telling people like, what team are you guys? We're
Excuse me?
We are Team Han.
Han.
So stupid.
People pronounce it Han. Some people say Han.
Yeah,
but
it's definitely Han.
It's really Han.
Like Alan Han.
But ultimately,
like Alan Han.
But ultimately,
it's
an idiotic name.
Who thought of that? Was that
George.
you who thought of that?
I thought
I think it was a mixture of
we never know what to put as our team name. So I was just like, all right, we've been saying this.
We merged Beast of the East and Teak into Han. That was the compromise.
That's kind of what it was, yeah.
All right, I guess that kind of works out.
Just gonna have to live with it.
Not bad. We got the easy dub today, though. Big win. Big win, first round of the playoffs.
Wasn't much of a challenge.
No, not much of a challenge.
Good tune-up. Good tune-up.
Good tune-up.
Very good. Very good.
Everyone got the ball. It was good.
Very good tune-up game today. Solid victory for us. You know who else had a solid victory? The New York Giants on Monday night against the Cincinnati Bengals. Big win for the Giants. Not only was it their 4th in a row, but this team has a realistic chance of, I'll go past 8-3, and I'll say they have a realistic shot at being 9-3 heading into Dallas in week 14.
Who is the game after Cleveland? That's just what I don't know.
Pittsburgh. At Pittsburgh.
I mean, there's
realistic.
I
will mark it down right now as a loss, but it's a very realistic chance that they go 9-3.
Yeah, the offense. The offense hasn't been playing well.
No, it hasn't.
And the defense isn't playing great. Dalton really didn't play too well on Monday night. But if the Giants have 2 games right now to find out, the offense needs to go off one of these next 2 games to get going for the late season stretch, because you said Steelers and then Cowboys. So if they're going to get going, the defense can't do it forever. So the offense has got to play its part.
What's going to help or hurt them is the fact that 3 of their last 4 games are against division opponents. That's going to either really help or really hurt. And it will really help if they win at least these next 2 games. And you have to assume that they're going to win these next 2 games against Chicago and Cleveland. Arguably the 2 worst teams in the league. And one of them is at home against Chicago, which is on Sunday.
Without their biggest
threat in Alshon Jeffrey. You have to assume that's a win. I hate to assume,
I know.
But do you really see this team losing on Sunday, though?
They should not lose to Chicago, and they absolutely should not lose to Cleveland. But if, we know our Giants, they play down to the level of our we play down to the level of our competition sometimes, and we play up to the level of our competition. When people think we're going to get blown out, we play them close. When people think we're going to blow somebody out, it's a close game, and sometimes we even end up losing. So I obviously want to say, yes, we're going to win the next 2 games 100%, but you never know. But next 2 wins, I say we're going to be 8-3.
How good is this team, though? I look at this team, and I look at their record. They're obviously 6-3, but I don't watch this team and say that's a 6-3 team. I look at the defense and say that's a 6-3, 7-2 team, maybe.
We should be 7-2. We should have beat Washington.
They should be 7-2. But the offense still is only putting up under 21 points a game.
It was, 20.5
20.5,
before last night, and
and
they
then
scored
they put-
21. So
Exactly.
that's 25th in the NFL.
Yeah.
That's not good.
It's not good.
And this was an offense that everyone said coming into the season was supposed to be some dynamic offense that could score maybe over 30 points a game.
And Jerry Reese looks like a genius right now. He does.
Yeah, because the defense is saving
Because the
them.
defense is literally saving them. Last year, the defense was the reason why they weren't in the playoffs. This year, the defense is why they have a playoff spot. They're right now.
Are we in the? Are we wild card?
Fifth.
We have to be. Yeah.
They're fifth. It's Dallas, Seattle, Falcons, Detroit, Giants.
Detroit's winning that division.
Yes.
The Packers are 4 and 5.
Packers are 4 and 5.
Sorry,
Vikings are now 5 and 4. What are the Lions? 6 and 3.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're
And
6
really
and 3.
quick, Matt Stafford looks amazing.
He
this
does.
year. Like
He
he
does.
is very.
He's the
good.
greatest force feeder of
Like,
all
he
time.
is
How
very
often
good.
do we say
I
that?
thought the Lions were going to be the bottom of the barrel this year too.
Especially in that not that division, but I thought they'd be like 5 and 11, 6 and 10.
That's what I thought.
You know,
too.
someone brought up to me yesterday, the Patrick Ewing theory. The Patrick Ewing theory is that when a team loses their best player or the best player isn't playing, the team plays better because they're not trying to do things towards them.
That's true.
So people thought before the season that losing Calvin
That's what I
Johnson
thought, yeah.
would make the offense much worse. They went out, they signed Bolden, they signed Marvin Jones.
And they realize they have
They have 3 guys who are like all very good receivers in the NFL, plus a solid Ebron, Theo Riddick, great receiver out of the backfield. It fits perfectly for what Matt Stafford wants to do. So that's why they're 6 and 3.
It's actually
that's
smart.
the other game that the Giants play. Out of their last 4.
Out of their last 4.
And
It's home. It's home against Detroit.
Okay, that's
December
better.
18th.
You're on?
Birthday.
Oh,
That is
birthday.
wrong.
Nice. But yeah, so we have a tough schedule.
They do.
After Chicago or after Cleveland, but that should, if you're a playoff team, you should beat those teams and make the playoffs. You got to earn your spot.
They have to. Let's go to the phone lines really quick right here on Beast of the East on WRPR 90.3 FM. Who's this? Where are you calling from?
TJ, Elbridge, New Jersey.
TJ, what's up?
All right. I was just, Mork, I saw your tweet the other day. You just recited something that you tweeted on just right now on your show.
Yes. Yes, I did.
What was it? I just lost my train of thought.
It was the fact that the defense made the Giants miss out on the playoffs, but this year they're the reason why they have a playoff spot.
MVP of the Giants is without question Landon Collins.
Yes.
Not even a question. He's the defensive player in the year in the NFL right now.
You know he's the only player in the NFL to lead his team in sacks, tackles, and interceptions.
Defensive player of the year. I have a tough time believing that, though.
Done that? I'm sure.
I think he's a top candidate.
What's up,
Someone's
TJ?
had to do it, but that is very impressive.
When I heard that before the game last night, I was like, I knew the interceptions and I assumed tackles because he plays the most snaps out of all the Giants players.
Sacks.
Sacks also goes to the part that
is that a good thing or is that a bad thing that he leads the team in sacks?
It's a bad thing.
I think it's a bad thing because that means that the line the front four is not putting that much pressure on the. Well, they're putting pressure on the quarterback. They're not getting to.
But it's also very impressive because how often do they split blitz with the safety? Not often in the sense where you should be leading in sacks, but in the sense he is. Every time they're setting him, he is getting it done.
And on top of that, though. How many sacks does Landon Collins have? 3? That means that your line, someone on the line has at most 2.5 sacks through 9 games. That's not good.
That's true.
No, it's not.
If Landon Collins had 9 sacks, different story.
And we spent all this money on the defensive line, and we were supposed to be able to get pressure at 4 so we could drop 7, and that's been the absolute opposite of what the Giants have been able to do. Against the Eagles, they blitzed Carson Wentz the entire game, which I thought was a great idea. But
they can get to the quarterback, they're just not hitting the quarterback.
And we're not getting there at 4, though.
I think the Giants are. You said Chicago, Cleveland, the next 2 games, right?
Yes.
Honestly, both should be wins. I'm pretty sure you guys all agreed on that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So these Giants are going to be 8-3, and if you look
heading into
paper,
Pittsburgh,
if you look on paper, this team should be 8-3.
They should be, but they're 8-3 for 9-2. Yeah, but
and Eli Manning is the Giants are going as far as Eli Manning takes them.
Yeah, I disagree.
This team. Wait, you disagree?
I disagree because look at what Eli's been doing this year. Eli Manning's not playing like a 6-3 quarterback.
That's what
the Giants' offense isn't playing like a 6-3 quarterback.
They're 6-3 in despite of Eli Manning.
Yeah, so if Eli can get better, if Eli starts
the playoffs, I said they will go as far as Eli Manning takes them. In the playoffs, come time for the playoffs, they are not. If they have to play a team like Dallas, if they have to play a team like Seattle, it's going to be tough. It's really going to be tough. If they play a team like Atlanta, it's going to be tough for them to win.
Well, they play Atlanta. I don't know how they're going to do that because they can't score.
on third down, it's time to go to Odell Beckham Jr.
Yeah, he had 10 catches yesterday.
It's time. But on third down, well, in the second half, I was texting Morg about it. In the second half, what do you have, Morg? 2 for 20, you said?
Odell, yeah. Something like that.
It can't happen.
He was eating in the first half.
I know.
The Giants looked great. They were going to him, and then who was he going to on a third down? It wasn't Shepard, and it wasn't Odell.
It was Roger Lewis, probably.
Lewis and someone else, too.
Well, Lewis finally got yanked from the game because
Tavares King.
Tavares King came in.
Why did he get yanked?
Because he kept dropping balls and stopped on. How many routes did he stop on? Roger Lewis had a terrible game. Yeah. He had a terrible game, so they brought in King, and then every now and then they'll do the dump off. They'll throw to Will Tide. They'll throw it to Jarrell Adams. Got a couple targets. He had the first touchdown of the game.
I saw that.
You know what else I wanted to say? I think the Giants. I don't know how. I honestly don't know how the NFL waiver wire works. I guess. Did the Giants have a fair shot at Christine Michael
he was picked up.
Packers did?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh no. How it works? I don't know how the order is, but everyone gets a chance to put in a claim for a player, and then it's a random order. I'm pretty sure, and then whoever
it's not first come first
has
serve, right?
No, it's not come first. Every team gets a chance to put in a waiver form, and whoever's highest put in a waiver form. So other teams could have put in a waiver. It could, which would mean the Packers.
Think the Giants put in a claim for him?
Well, it wouldn't really matter, but I doubt they did because they really like Paul Perkins. He's been getting more carries each week.
I feel like
and Jennings played really well, 15 for 87, and got that huge first down on the 3rd and 11.
Jennings played very well. The offensive line played very well on Monday.
They did.
I thought they played very well.
For the most I saw, they did.
Especially in the second half. TJ, thanks a lot for the phone call. You're welcome on here anytime.
Of course.
All right, talk to you later, man.
See you later.
Giants are 6-3, and I think the defense is the reason for that. And you look at this offense, and beginning of the year, we said top 10 easily, considering they were top 8 and they were 6th.
It was a skewed top 8. It was a skewed top 8.
True.
Down every game, had to be throwing, but still.
But were they down 2 or 3 touchdowns every game? How many times did they really have to fight back from down?
Not fight back, but they were down. Down, and you know the NFL now. When you're down in the second half at any point, you kind of abandon the run. You abandon the run.
That's true. For
the second half. That's why, if you're a running back in fantasy, if he's not getting points in the first half, you better hope he catches the ball in the second half because they don't run the ball in the second half.
That is very true, also. But skewed, okay, but. That was a top 16 defense. That was a top half offense last year.
Top 15 easily.
Top 15 easily.
Yes, 100%.
Top 15 easily. I think they were 6th in points and 8th in yards. They were 6th and 8th in both of those. I don't remember which one was which, but now they're 25th, and they have. I think the offensive line is getting. I don't think this line can get any worse. I don't think it's a massive improvement, but I think they have improved. We've seen games where the run is there, a.k.a. Monday night. Week 1, it was there. Week 2, it was there. I think Vereen getting hurt was huge for this team. But this team is 25th in offense. Why? And the answer is Eli. I truly believe it. And I would not, I would take a couple quarterbacks over Eli, obviously, but I'm still very thankful that Eli is the quarterback of the New York Giants.
Oh no, 100%. If he was I was talking about this with George, when Eli Manning's gonna retire eventually.
Yeah.
I'm scared for life. I don't want to go into the Jets where we are looking and keep looking for 10 years for a franchise quarterback. I hope we hit again. Whoever we draft, or whoever we get, we have to hit again. I cannot go through years of rebuilding.
Yeah, if you look around the league, there's a lot of teams where it's question marks on who should be starting and stuff like that. And that's like you said, we haven't, as Giant fans, really gone through that.
Not in our lifetime.
It's been Eli, basically. So it is scary after that, but just touch on what TJ said. This team does go as far as Eli Manning. He doesn't have that it factor this year, in my eyes, to where first round of playoffs, I don't think he can upset a big team. Those past years, those 2 Super Bowl years, he had some little magic with them.
And the defense was better. The defense was better.
Yeah. But this defense has been showing not as good as those 2 years, but it's good.
Also,
it's very good.
Yes, it is, but they haven't played against a team that they'll see in the playoffs. They haven't played the Falcons, haven't played the Packers, haven't played...
And they won't.
The They played the Cowboys, but it was week 1 when Dak and Zeke were just getting going. They are rolling now. It was and they still almost won in the end.
Yeah.
They haven't played Seattle. They haven't played Dallas with good Dallas. They haven't played Atlanta. They haven't played Detroit yet. They haven't played the Packers, who will probably sneak into the playoffs. They have Aaron Rodgers, who actually just defended Mike McCarthy's job, saying it's ridiculous to think that he should lose his job. He just said it. Yeah. So the defense has played very well, but against teams that they will not see in the playoffs. Like the Eagles probably will not make the playoffs because, I'm just saying, they got to show me against a team who can put up. All right, you know what?
But okay.
If they take if they play well against the Steelers, if they play well against Cowboys in Detroit, then you can tell me that defense is ready to carry Eli to another Super Bowl.
So all right, so let's go over it then. Week 1 against the Cowboys, Giants bended but didn't break.
But Dak and Zeke, that was Dak's first start.
True. Against the Saints, 13 points, letting up against the Saints.
And they've been dynamite on offense.
Yes.
Always are.
Week 3 was not good.
The Redskins defense didn't play well.
Defense did not play well.
Penalties lost that game.
And a lot of people got hurt as well.
Yes.
Week 4 against Minnesota, no one
Not a good offense.
Not a good offense.
They put up 24 on us, and they only scored 10.
Which is,
so.
I think letting up 24 against the Vikings. Well, the Vikings before they started.
Yes, before they
stinking.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened.
Letting up 23 against Green Bay. Green Bay has not been playing well, but I think, what was that, week 5? That was before Green Bay started.
We did play Green Bay, I forgot.
Yeah, they played Green Bay week 5.
23, what did we lose?
23-15.
Oh, yeah, Odell's late touchdown.
Odell had a late touchdown.
Made it close, kind of. Defense played awful that game. The secondary played amazing. The front four couldn't get to Rodgers.
Yes.
They literally could not. They didn't touch the guy all night.
No, they didn't.
Yeah.
I actually don't think they touched him, to be honest with you.
I think Rodgers had 260 passing yards in the first half.
Yeah, but and then the defense didn't play bad, but they didn't play good. Okay, or well.
Still 23 to Aaron Rodgers, which is
100%.
Max Scherzer won NL Cy Young.
Damn, Joe picked him. Who did I pick?
I don't remember.
I have it in my notes on my own.
It had to be one of the Cubsies.
No, I picked.
No, that's
I picked Scherzer. He picked Hendricks.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
I was going to say.
I got my Dave Roberts pick right.
Yeah, Dave Roberts. Who did I pick for NL? I picked
probably Madden.
I was surprised. I was surprised he won.
I
thought it was going to be a popularity contest.
Me too. I thought Madden was just going to.
Ken Rosenthal tweeted, he was like, "I know, people think that these awards also play into postseason, but we do not take in consideration what you did in the postseason." But Francona still won
he was going to win anyway.
Why though? The Rangers. Oh, they had a top to bottom phenomenal lineup. But did they win the AL? Did they win the AL though?
No,
not the pennant. I mean the regular season.
The Rangers won the.
They had home field. They had home field.
Yeah, they did.
So why didn't he win it?
I think
it doesn't always go to.
You look at the Indians, and they were a team that
no one thought was going to be good this year.
No one thought, and there was a lot of injuries. Like you lose Michael Brantley and stuff like that.
Rangers made it to the division. They were up 2-0 against Toronto last year.
Yeah, but like you said, they had a beast.
Yeah, they added Lucroy.
Yeah, exactly, and Beltran. So
yeah.
Going back to football, though, that was just a quick little side note.
That always happens, I feel like.
But going back to the Giants, this defense has played very well. Front four has always been a question mark. Secondary has been playing very well, except against that Washington game. And on top of that, injuries played a factor. No discipline that game. But this secondary has done a great, great job. And I think if Eli starts to play somewhat closer, just better in general. If Eli plays like he did last week against Philly, this team is very, very dangerous.
I think he's trending towards the better play. The first half, he was just like, who is this guy? To me, I think he is starting to trend to going back to his, his good ways, if you will.
Don't you love that teams can't run the ball on us anymore? Really? Like, don't you love watching? Don't you love watching the Giants stuff the run most of the times? It's phenomenal. Like, it's like when you watch the Jets play, they stuff the run every play. I was always wishing the Giants could just do that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
It's so fun now. Watching the Giants is fun now.
I can't say watching the offense is fun.
Watching the offense is
offense is not fun to watch. It's actually very boring offense. It's
intriguing.
I actually was very intrigued the first drive of the Bengals game because they just marched right down the field. But in most games, it's not fun watching because they throw 3-yard passes, and it's not really fun. But they came out throwing last game. First play of the game, they went play action to tie for 25 yards, and I was like,
that's odd.
I expected halfback up the gut 3-yard gain. But you know what?
That was actually very unpredictable, which is very rare of the Giants.
Which is very unpredictable.
Which is very unpredictable. No, it is though. How many times do we say second down handoff, second and 10 handoff?
Yeah. Second and 10 handoff, the worst play. It's the worst play call in sports.
Wow.
I'd rather throw a 5-yard
I wish I understood it. I feel like it's to get teams thinking like, oh, it's second down and 10, they're going to throw. But if the Giants do it every time, then there's no such thing as second and 10, they're going to throw the ball. Like if they at this point, if they threw the ball on second and 10, I would be surprised.
Because in your mindset, you're like, all right, we need some gainage before for third down. What's the best way to do it? It's you literally hand a guy a ball, let him run forward, and he gets what I mean. Like instead of like having the risk of an incomplete pass or a sack. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's, like, the odds. Like, I guess that's why they do it. But it is stupid. You do it every single time.
I know they're trying to make it a third and manageable, but, like, I'd rather the Giants throw, like, a 3-yard hitch to Will Tye and him fall forward for 2 more yards.
A slant is literally guaranteed. Not guaranteed.
Not guaranteed. I would say a hitch is a tight end hitch. Just coming and stopping is a way quicker throw.
Yes,
that's 3 yards plus 2 falling forward. So that's a 3rd and 5 instead of having them run the ball up the gut.
3rd and 8,
and then it's 3rd and 8, 3rd and 9.
Which they throw behind the line of scrimmage anyway. The first down marker.
First down marker. I hate when teams do that. Throw beyond the marker.
Dumb.
Unless there's no one near him and he can get it.
Speaking of IQ, though, I actually think, though, as much as we want to bash on Eli for his skill, I think his IQ is, you just don't get stupid overnight. I mean, does he do weird things? Yeah. He ran. Did you see him spike the ball as soon as he got out of the pocket? He was rolling out left.
Oh, yeah.
And he literally just spiked it down to his feet.
Right in front of Perkins, I think it was.
Like, he does weird things sometimes, but I think I heard that the 3rd down where Jennings got the first down that iced the game, I heard that was actually supposed to be a passing play.
Oh, he called it?
And
he's a smart guy.
He called an audible.
I know he's a Manning. And Manning, these guys, all 3 of them, even
you can't be in the NFL for 13 years and be a stupid quarterback.
And I'm not like, I know people get on, even from when Peyton played too, but Eli too, how they call audibles and they just don't run a play. I trust that. When I see Eli, switching it up, calling some Omahas or whatever, I trust that. I say, okay,
brown peanuts.
He sees something and
because he's gonna
change it. And he's a smart guy.
He's not like Payne, where Payne would literally change the play almost every single play. So like like Eli, like when he changed the play, he really saw something.
He saw something.
Payne sees everything,
and then you get ready, and then you get on the edge of your seat. You're like, okay.
There was actually one play though. He called an audible. He called like 3 audibles, and then at the end of the day, it was a 3-yard button hook to Sterling Shepard. I think I was like, you called all those audibles for that? What's the point of that?
Yes.
Yeah,
those are just like those Eli times. You know what I mean?
Like, those are the Eli times.
Yeah,
that's Eli.
I hate when it's like whenever they audible, like you think they're gonna change from a run to a pass, and then they change from a pass to a run. Oh, it's so annoying.
Every time I think of an audible, I'm like, oh, it's going deep. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
so why do they run the ball?
Like, and then it's like it's one of those button hook to Shepard. Like, oh,
what are you doing? Giants still have a team to catch up to though, and that is the Dallas Cowboys, and we'll talk about that because Zeke is an MVP candidate. Dak might be an MVP candidate. Tony Romo is officially the backup. We'll talk about the Dallas Cowboys. We're going national here on Beast of the East on WRPR 90.3 FM.
Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne. For many years, I've had a drink problem, and I'm trying to battle that problem every single day. But one thing I don't drive my car when I'm drinking. I get someone to drive me. Do not drink and drive. It's the stupidest thing. If you drink, just don't drive. Not only are you going to hurt yourself, you may hurt some other person, and you wouldn't want that on your conscience, would you?
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Listening to WRPR.
I'm a champion, real life Shaq's mechanism. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hi, Shaquille O'Neal for Rad. This is not your normal PSA. Don't be stupid. Don't drink and drive. If you're going to go out and have a good time, it's fine. But designate a driver to drive home. Let's stop the madness. Don't drink and drive.
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Look at it.
Dad.
Look at it.
Look at my dad, Ryan.
Look at me.
Ryan.
Mom, look.
Ryan, are you looking at my dad?
I see it.
All right.
Brandon.
I see it.
Cam Newton actually brought it back the other day. I was a little upset.
Oh, yeah? Is he bringing back wins? Didn't think so.
He also trucked like a million guys. Oh.
Wow, just burn Cam.
Hold on. That calls for an official.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah. That's a good hot take.
Yeah.
They actually, they lost to Kansas City.
Yeah.
They blew a 17-0 lead.
Yeah.
Cam's good.
Tell me
Cam's the best.
Shut up. I hate Cam. Hate him.
You and I don't like Cam Newton. What's up?
No.
All right, there you go.
No, I'm not going to say it on the. Yeah, nice. Oh, God. All right. Anyway.
Radio shenanigans.
Oh, boy. What were you saying before he said something about Cam?
I said, how are you Cam Newton? You blow a 17-point lead.
Well, Kansas City is good.
At home against Kansas City. Come on, dude. You're telling me you can't score for the entire second half?
Yeah, it's terrible.
Come on, Kansas City's defense is good. It's probably top 15 in the league, but like you're Cam Newton. Just start running the ball.
Maybe he should have worn like a different hat or something.
He's literally 6'5", 240. Like just run into people. They don't want to tackle you in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, they don't.
At all.
They don't want to tackle you any part of the game. They don't want to tackle you in the fourth quarter when they're tired.
Yeah.
He's the best athlete in football.
Yeah.
He's 6'5", 250.
Runs like a linebacker and also runs like a running back.
And cries like a baby.
And cries like a baby, which
I hate.
Wait, they're not 2-7, are they? Please tell me they're not 2-7.
I think they are.
Could easily be.
Like they're 2-7. Like they're not making the playoffs.
They are. They're not 2-7.
They can't be.
But their division's that bad.
No, the Falcons are 6-3. No, they lost. They're 5-4.
They actually play tomorrow. First of
all,
all,
that's actually a huge game for Carolina if they're 2-7. They're not.
They're 3-6.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, they're 3-6.
Okay, so they're 3-6. Oh, so then they're not out of the playoffs yet. But Cam Newton definitely needs to turn.
They're not out, but
no.
I mean, they're not out because the Falcons are probably going to choke again.
Well, the Falcons are the Falcons are good though. Falcons defense isn't as.
Falcons lost 3 out of the last 4 though. I think.
Yeah, they lost in Philly. The offense scored 1 touchdown, and
that was bad.
It was later in the game.
My dad.
And the Falcons blew the game against what week did I pick?
San Diego.
Yeah, I picked them for Survivor, and then they blew it. So that was annoying.
Yeah, they should
San
be
Diego.
Nah, the only 2 teams in the NFC that I legitimately see winning the Super Bowl right now are Dallas and Seattle.
A lot of people
I can't see Dallas doing it.
If teams can't stop the run, then you can't stop them because they're on the field for 40 minutes.
A lot of people are saying, "Oh, Dallas has had an easy schedule," but they're not beating teams by 1 or 2 points. Like the teams that they're supposed to beat by a couple touchdowns, they're beating by a couple touchdowns.
And they just beat Pittsburgh in Pittsburgh.
And
I think that was a legitimate cementing yourself kind of we're the real deal. That win
beat a big quarterback.
But then you're going to have people say, "Oh, Pittsburgh's 4-5."
But Pittsburgh isn't 4-5 talent.
Pittsburgh
level.
is not a 4-5 team. And they don't play in a 4-5 stadium, I'll tell you that.
No. They play in a undefeated stadium regardless of how bad their record is or how good their record is.
That was the biggest crowd in Heinz Field history.
No way.
2 biggest fan bases in all of football.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
Really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Steelers I don't even think
Steelers fans travel.
They love it. They love it.
Yeah, but they were home.
Fans that travel, Dallas, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, all fans that travel just everywhere. You see them at
Green Bay.
Yeah. I went to Jets Green Bay. Went to a Jets Green Bay game 4 or 5 years ago.
I feel like
half the stadium had cheese heads on.
I feel like they're just homers. The Packers.
I'm telling you, they travel. Great Packers fans.
We love the Midwest, Brandon.
Love the Midwest. They're nice people.
They are the nicest
Went
people
to Ohio.
ever.
Nicest people ever.
They are the nicest
Oh, yeah,
people
you came
ever.
back. when you came back,
There's nice people.
Good things.
We just live in the one area of the country that people are just not nice.
That's actually true.
Jersey.
It's not even
New
like
York, New Jersey.
Yeah, it's not even that. I think they're just average, and we're like very below average.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we're way more spoiled than they are out west.
So spoiled.
Like we want everything done right away.
We need instant gratification. They're very blue collared people.
Yes, 100%.
So that helps also. Going back to the Cowboys though.
Yes.
Okay.
Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, rookies of the year candidates. Honestly, they should share it in my opinion. If you want me to be completely honest though, and this might sound insane, but I think Dak Prescott is more of an MVP than Zeke is. And I'm not taking anything away from Zeke. He's an absolute monster. And whoever says he's benefiting from the offensive line, that's a joke.
Watch that play.
Because he burns people. If he swings around to the right, the guy leveled Cam Chancellor in the preseason. That's not an accident. The guy accelerates better than anyone. He squeezes through small holes too.
Did you see that 83-yard touchdown catch on the screen pass?
Yeah.
He just took it and just went.
He took off, but
took 2 blockers and 83 yards.
But honestly, I'm not going to. I kind of just said he's not benefiting from the O-line, but I mean he is. Your running back is always as good.
Yeah.
But what Dak Prescott is doing, he's not taking any risks, and that's why this team keeps winning. He's playing very smart football. Honestly, maybe you're not 8-1 with Darren McFadden or Alfred Morris or whatever your running back crew was last year, but if you want me to be completely honest, I think Dak Prescott is more valuable. Zeke is better, but if you want to go based on the literal title valuable, then I think it's Dak.
No, it's 100% Dak Prescott. Because before the season, quarterbacks who took over for Romo because of injury, they had one win in the last 2 years. So Dak is 100% more valuable, but Zeke is still obviously because I think they could be 8-1.
Zeke is going to win MVP because
they could be 8-1, 7-2. They could be around that 6-3 record, anywhere from 6-3 and up. If Alfred Morris was a starting running back, 100%,
it'd still be good.
The offensive line is good. They're not great. They're missing 2 starters, but Alfred Morris would definitely be not as good, obviously, but he would be just fine. They'd be all right. And Dak, I don't know. I've been watching him play over the past couple weeks actually, and he does take shots on the field. Like he's not like Carson Wentz. He's not throwing the ball 5 yards down the field. He's
throwing the ball.
He throws out routes. He throws 15-yard outs. He throws across the middles. I mean, a lot is when he throws that 5-yard route to Cole Beasley, and Cole Beasley just goes.
Yeah,
he just runs. He's so fast. But I think Dak is definitely more valuable to this team. But Zeke is. I don't think Zeke wins MVP because I don't think running backs win MVP unless they go.
You don't think Zeke is going to win MVP?
No, at the moment, I think you got to give it to.
Don't say Brady. Really?
I mean,
it's hard. It's hard.
All right, there's Brady. There's Matt Ryan. There's Derek Carr.
Matt Ryan. Oh,
Derek Carr has the Raiders at 7-2.
That's true.
But I don't like to discredit Zeke because you look at the numbers and he's being compared to Eric Dickerson, Adrian Peterson,
and he's also. I think he has the most yards after contact. Also.
Oh yeah, no, I don't dispute. Listen, if he wins MVP, I'm not going to be like he shouldn't have won.
Right.
This guy's amazing.
The guy is amazing.
I'm afraid for Giants fans for the next 10 years. This duo of Prescott and Zeke, it's going to be a problem for 10.
I'm dreading it.
Plus Dez. Now they try to improve the defense. And the offensive line's already amazing.
I know. I'm scared. I'm scared as a Giant fan. I don't think this team is going to win the division.
Not this.
But I will say right now, I think that 2 teams from the division will make the playoffs. I think it's going to be the Giants and Cowboys. And honestly, the Giants still have a shot too at the division.
Yeah, no. If they win their next 2,
if they do go 9-3
going into Dallas, we hope that Dallas isn't 11-1 at that point. That's what we hope.
They probably will be.
Wait, would they be 12? That would be week 14.
Week 14.
So they'd be 12-1 going in.
Well, no, bye week.
No, they'd be 11-1 going in. Yeah, if they were 11-1 going in, I'd be very upset. If they're 10-2, then I'm happy because that means we can tie them with a win.
Yeah, that'd be huge.
Yeah,
and that game is at home too.
Yeah, home.
It's at home.
The next Cowboy Giant game is at home.
God. Imagine that game.
Cowboys still have to play.
Do they have an easy schedule?
I'm going to look at it right now. Home against Baltimore.
Okay, not a gimme.
Home
Should
against
win.
Washington
Not a
on
gimme on Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
It's never a gimme.
At Minnesota.
Tough because it's at Minnesota, but Minnesota can't score. So
I know that's
okay.
the.
But
the bad
this is
part.
3 weeks down the road now. But continue.
At Giants.
Okay.
Home against Tampa.
That's a dub.
Home against Detroit.
That's
and then at Philly.
Okay, so not cakewalk by any means necessary.
No.
A lot of division. There's a lot of division games.
And on the
NFC
road, right?
East. Everyone has division games.
I
Left
think
to play.
I think each team has 3 division games left.
I like that. Play the teams in your division to earn a spot in the playoffs.
That's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun to watch.
I just it's so annoying. They're going to be
good?
so good. They're going to be
I
so
thought they were
good.
going to come in this season not do so well. I thought that, well, obviously
Pre-Romo injury or post-Romo injury?
Pre, I was just going to say.
I had them winning the division.
Because well, you know what? I had a lot of faith in this Giants team because of the whole, like we talked about before. The offense was amazing last year. The defense was garbage. Improved the defense.
Yeah.
You improved the offense. So like I had a lot of faith for them. I thought the Cowboys would be right behind them, but it's still Romo. I thought that it was going to get to the point where Romo either one got hurt in mid-season or he wasn't going to perform, and they call for actually Dak.
Yeah.
Just because media, right?
Well.
But I'm saying, but now they're playing phenomenal. I think blessing in disguise that Romo gets hurt again, and you look at what Dak's doing. I don't think Romo would have done this.
The game plan's obviously different if Romo.
It's way different.
It's a completely different football game.
Because Dak is, as a rookie, you play safer. You saw the streak he had with no interceptions. You play safer. You find the open guy, and you don't take a lot of risk, and you spread the ball around. With Romo, it's Witt and Dez. That's what it is. Beasley's coming out of nowhere this year because Dak is feeding the ball because he gets open.
Open
those last years, Romo could throw a pick because he just throws in double coverage with Dez or
and
something
also,
like that.
Yeah, Romo could take chances. He knew his job was safe. Prescott had to play safe, had to make the right plays.
Yeah.
But you know what though? He's honestly shown it since the first preseason game.
Who, Dak? Yeah, he has.
He has brought it.
Yeah,
every single game since the first preseason.
He
game.
carries himself so well. I think he's really taking control of this of the huddle. That's what the last game they had. It was
against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, on Pittsburgh. That's what they said. They were saying how Jason Witten commented on how Dak Prescott in the past couple weeks has been taking control of this huddle.
Yeah.
Each and every play. And that's impressive. I mean, for a first-year guy and such a big-time team, too, as well. So, I mean, it is scary coming from our point, but it's very impressive coming from just a football analytical standpoint.
It's a fun team, too. It is a very fun team to watch. As much as we hate how good they are playing, it's still very fun to watch. You know what? It's good for the NFL, too.
Definitely. Because
most famous franchise, most expensive franchise, America's team, is successful once again. Mm-hmm. I'm surprised that you thought that about the Cowboys, though. I mean, I thought that the Cowboys were honestly probably the most predictable team in the fact that you knew what you were getting. I think the fact that the Giants are I expected the Giants to be 6-3 at this point, but not in this manner. I did not think the defense would be playing this well, and I didn't think the offense would be playing this poorly. I thought it would be a top 15, top 20 defense with a top 10 offense. I didn't think it would be a bottom 7 offense with a top. Are they top 10 in stats? In points let up, I think they're top 10, and I think in yards, I think they're top 10.
Oh. Yeah, but you know what?
I just thought the Giants were very unpredictable, which is why I didn't have them winning the division. If you want to talk about talent-wise before the season started, you can argue that the Giants were the better team, and you can honestly argue that the Giants are the better team based on paper. But I thought that beginning of the year, we knew what Dallas was going to give us. I honestly thought the Cowboys were safely 11-5, 10-6. The Giants, we said they were either going to be 6-10 again or 12-4, 11-5.
You know, it's funny. It's 100% true. I watched this video on Instagram today where the guy was like, "Oh, good job, guys, 6-3. You know what that means? We can't finish worse than 6-10."
Oh, that was Vic.
Yeah,
that was Vic. Guy's the best. Guy's the funniest.
The best. Yeah, I was like, that's so true. We can't do worse than 6-10.
Which is what they finish in
the Giants.
The last 2 years.
I truly believe the Giants are going to make the playoffs. Probably not win the division, but we're going to make the playoffs.
I think it's very hard for them to not make the play. Let me look at the.
No, but see, it's not because ready. The Vikings
It
could
could
turn.
easily
The
happen.
Vikings could turn around at any
Well,
time.
the
and start
Vikings are
winning.
still a play. I don't think they are actually.
The Packers are going to start winning. You got to assume. So
Well, let's see who is behind. Let's see who's in the hunt. Eagles 5-4, Vikings 5-4,
Yeah.
Arizona 4-1,
Packers 4-5.
Packers 4-5, Saints 4-5,
The Saints aren't out of it either. Saints defense is way better than it used to be.
Bucks are 4-5.
They're not going to make the playoffs.
Panthers are 3-6.
They will only make it through winning the division.
I think they'll only make it
I
through winning
believe
the
so.
division. If you had to pick right now, I think you have two teams from the East.
I agree.
And then I think, well, let's see. Right now you have two teams in the East. No, you have three teams in the East right now. Right now you have
Right now
three
you
teams
do,
in the
yeah.
East. Cowboys, Giants, Skins.
Skins are 5-4.
5-3-1.
That's better than 5-4.
It is better than 5-4 in most cases. In most cases, but if I had to write teams off right now,
I'm not writing off any of those teams. Oh, Tampa Bay. You can
Tampa
write off
Bay, I'll write them off.
I'm really not writing off anybody else.
Not the Rams.
Oh, I didn't hear you say the Rams. Yeah, Rams written off.
Rams
They're
written
starting-
off.
They're starting Jared Goff this week.
You really think Saints can make the playoffs?
No
They have
reason
Drew
why
Brees.
not. They should have
Just 'cause of that division?
They should have won.
Just because of their division, they have Drew Brees.
They just
have
should have
Brandon
beaten the
Cooks.
Broncos.
Fair enough.
They really should have beat them. I'm
Yeah.
not saying they're going to. I'm saying that it's
Well,
only
yeah.
week 11. You really can't write them off yet. This is 6 games still to be played.
All right,
But yeah, the Rams and the Bucks and those only two I'm really writing off. Like they won't make it because the Bucks can't guard anybody on defense and
Winston's
Ra-
a wild.
Who?
Winston, he's just wild.
yeah. He takes chances. He's always taking
He takes a
chances.
lot of
You know what?
chances.
Someone I think Augie said in our group chat that Jameis Winston hasn't gone a game in his career since his first game of college where he didn't throw a touchdown pass. Like he started touchdown pass in every single
Really?
one. Yeah,
Wow.
it's a pretty crazy thing.
That is.
That's 2 years of college ball.
You think it's more common though? You ever think?
Nah, because college guys go all like college quarterback can easily go without throwing a touchdown pass.
Think so?
You know what benefits the Giants though? These next 2 weeks. Do
Yeah.
you really see an 8-3 team missing the playoffs, and a team that can possibly go 9-3?
Yeah, no, I don't.
Like that's just insane to think that
Yeah.
a team
Jets.
with an easy schedule.
The Jets are Favre. The Jets are Favre. 8-3
true.
missed the playoffs.
That's
Well, what
just
about the
rare.
Giants when they went 11-1 and then finished season 1-3 the rest of the way? Like, I know it's obviously still made the playoffs, still the number 1 seed.
You also have to remember that their number one receiver shot himself in the leg.
Oh, I couldn't believe that happened.
Couldn't believe
Still remember exactly where I was.
that.
Glory days.
I actually went to that club once
Wow, interesting.
when I was like 12.
With him?
No, not with him.
I thought you meant like with Melissa's.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah, I thought that too.
Yeah, no. My family was there once, but how rare is it for an 8-3 team to miss the play? It doesn't happen. A lot.
It doesn't happen. And if they get to 8-3, which I swear to God, they better.
They should. I mean, they should.
No, they need to.
Let's see. Do you? I don't know anyone's schedule, but do you see the Eagles being 7-4?
No, because Wentz.
Do you see
no.
the Vikings being 7-4?
Could.
Do you see Arizona being well? I wish I had these team schedules. I do.
Yeah, but I don't have to look them all up. It's just too much.
I'm not looking them all up. By
But-
the time we look them all up, it'll be 7 o'clock.
Yes, very true. No, I
I'm
just
too
think
lazy.
the Giants. I don't know. They'll make the playoffs. I'm not worried.
Ain't worrying about none.
Yep.
Ain't worrying about none.
You know what's crazy?
What?
The Jets are so irrelevant. We don't even talk about them. There's nothing to talk
We talk about them every Monday.
Oh, really?
We talk about them every
Oh,
Monday
how
and
bad.
rip them to shreds, and then that's it. And
that's
then we
it,
don't
yeah.
mention them until
Next Monday.
until
everyone on the hot seat.
the football Friday. We'll
Oh,
mention
Football
them.
Friday. Okay.
And then
Yeah, no, you're
every
right,
week
right,
with the
right.
Jets, it's the same exact show.
Yeah.
Same
Right.
exact show.
Yeah.
Fitzpatrick stinks. Change quarterback. Rip Todd Bowles. Rip the defense. Rip Darrell Revis. Rip Todd Bowles again, and that's it.
Yeah, it's
do
actually
that
the
for
same
20 to 30 minutes, and then
Yeah.
you're on to your next topic.
Yeah.
It's
I
that
hate
simple.
that they're giving up on. I hate that they. No, they weren't going to make the playoffs, but because it's great. I saw this. You heard it with Shore. First time since '99 that 3 teams in the same division are 7-2. Chiefs,
that's
Raiders,
wild.
Broncos, all 7-2.
That's wild.
And
They're all 7-2?
And we found out today that in 1999 there were only 3 divisions in each conference, and each
I
division
know
had
that
6
actually.
or 7 teams.
By the way,
Yeah.
Dean, Chiefs are 7-2, Broncos 7-3. They haven't had their bye week yet. And Raiders
I think it was just
7-2.
7 wins.
7
It
wins.
was just
yeah.
7. They first 7 have 7 wins this late into a season, or this early in a season. No, the Raiders are real.
Oh, they're so real.
Oh, yeah.
They're
They're so real.
so real. I thought the Jaguars were real too.
Yeah, that's honestly
That was
the
the
biggest
team.
disappointment.
Those were the 2 teams that everyone was like, look out for them. They
Yes.
make a playoff push. The Raiders held up to that billing because Derek Carr.
The Raiders are exiting. Like everyone said, they'll make a playoff push. I didn't think they would be in the playoffs.
Well, I also didn't know that their schedule was as light as it was.
True.
I also, but then what would have scared me was the fact they went 5-0 on the road.
And the fact that Derek Carr is playing out of his mind also, that helps
MVP
also.
candidate. He progressed.
Yes.
Blake Bortles took a step back.
He did.
And that,
my boy.
and that's exactly why the Jaguars, because the defense is good. Defense is good. Defense
Well,
is-
they did the same thing as Giants. They spent money on that defense.
Yeah, and they draft picks, Miles Jack. They got Fowler back this year, and they
I always
Ramsey.
loved the fact that they wanted to pick Miles Jack at 5
And got him at
and
35.
got him at
Oh,
35.
Yeah. Beautiful.
That's awesome.
Just amazing. That's an amazing draft.
That's an amazing.
He might only play 6 years. Like they think he might not hold up. Yeah,
really,
but I think it's worth 6 years because they think.
Yeah,
Blake
why
Bortles-
not?
They think
You know what
Bortles'
I mean?
prime is the next 6 to 10 years. Or-
Which
I mean, well, no, it should be now.
Yeah,
He's gonna get a contract. I'll tell you that right now.
He should be there.
He shows enough. He shows enough to get a contract. But like,
yeah.
Who's the coach there still? He
You
needs
should
to
have
go.
a
coach needs to go. Who's the guy there?
At Jacksonville,
Gus Bradley. He's been there too long. He has the lowest. He's 14. He's like 14-45 in his career as a Jaguars head coach.
Tom Coughlin.
This is his 4th
Reunite?
reunite in Jacksonville.
snap.
Young quarterback.
Nice.
I don't know how Coughlin is with quarterbacks. Like he doesn't really do much with the quarterback.
I feel like Coughlin will only coach a team that he knows can win a Super Bowl.
I could see Gruden. Gruden's
on a contract with ESPN for another 5 years, 6 years.
I think when he didn't get the Raiders job.
That's when he kind of knew.
He liked Derek Carr a lot.
No, he did.
He didn't. He liked Blake Bortles too, and I think that maybe if Gus Bradley got fired this year, they like inquire to him, like what's up? But
I don't know how his contract works.
No, there's probably some.
There's probably some sort of.
No, I heard ESPN treats their employees
well, or
not well.
Not well.
Oh man, well,
I heard it's people don't like working there.
It's supposed to be if you have to be good in there, like you have to be like kind of on the spotlight. Like they have to love you, and then you'll like it. If they don't,
it's just not fun working at ESPN. No. That's why a lot of people leave.
Yeah,
that's why every year you see Monday Night Football people. You always see people leaving from that show because it's like they have a very small job.
It's so, you know what also plays a factor? The fact that
high demand.
What's the biggest event ESPN covers?
The ESPN.
NBA playoffs, Monday Night Football.
Yeah,
they don't cover big time events. Who has Super Bowl? Fox, CBS, NBC. Who has World Series? Fox. Who has golf?
I don't know.
NBC, CBS.
College football is ABC and CBS.
Sometimes ESPN. Yeah, college football has
college football
national championship.
Well, the game day. Game day is played the game that's played at 8 o'clock every Saturday night. That's on ABC every time.
Which is also owned by ESPN, but I
they're all the same company though.
Like, what's the biggest thing that ESPN finally had hockey on? World Cup of Hockey was on ESPN.
Yeah, but they don't even have the NHL on ESPN.
Exactly.
Which is crazy to me that all big four aren't on the biggest sports network.
Yeah,
kind of doesn't really make sense.
I think NBC gives them a lot of
probably because they need to have somebody.
Yeah,
and if they can get hockey, someone told me that soccer is going to be the biggest sport in America in 15, 20 years.
I don't believe that.
I don't believe that one bit. They said that millennials really are big soccer fans.
We love soccer.
Yeah, I don't know. Whatever.
No, we don't.
But that's why Mike Tirico, because Mike Tirico is going to be calling a Super Bowl in 3 years.
Oh,
really? He's going to take out Michael's job. And Olympics, NBC. Tirico was at the Olympics.
Yeah, ESPN doesn't do anything.
They don't do anything big. The biggest thing that they have is NBA Finals, which is on ESPN. College football, which is on ABC. That's why a lot of people, they're the worldwide leader in news, but when it comes to actual events, not much.
Rick Porcello just won the MVP, Cy Young.
Nice.
Did he?
Got that one right too.
That was so. I knew he was going to win, but he didn't deserve it.
I picked Porcello. I think Joe picked Kluber.
I really thought it was going to be Verlander. He was top 3 in ERA, WHIP, and strikeouts.
I hate how they did. I hate they did finalists this year.
What do you mean?
Why?
Oh, the national championship of college football is on ESPN also.
They've been doing that finalists. They did it last year too.
Yeah, no, they have been doing it.
Porcello didn't even get the most first place votes though.
Really?
But he won because he had the most points.
Who got the most first place votes?
According to Dylan Sherray. Still waiting for the answer.
We'll talk about it later because I don't feel like waiting. Speaking of ESPN, Monday Night Football on ESPN, as usual, but the game will be played in Mexico City. Good or bad idea? We'll talk about it right here on Beast of the East on WRPR 90.3 FM.
Hey, this is Flea from the Red Hot Chili Peppers for RAD. I'm here to remind you that drunk drivers are still a major killer of young adults in this country. So always choose a designated driver, and remember, music lives, you should too.
Getting born in the state of Mississippi, Papa was a copper and Mama was a hippie.
A public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad Council.
Hi, this is Ozzy Osbourne. For many years, you know I've had a drink problem, and I'm trying to battle that problem every single day. But one thing I don't do, I don't drive my car when I'm drinking. I get someone to drive me. Do not drink and drive. It's the stupidest thing. If you drink, just don't drive. Not only are you going to hurt yourself, you may hurt some other person, and you wouldn't want that on your conscience, would you?
A public service announcement brought to you by the U.S. Department of Transportation, RAD, the National Association of Broadcasters, and the Ad.
I'm Jimmy, and this is my friend.
Okay, nice. Great. No, okay. Nice, dude.
What's going on?
I don't know. 201-825-1234 is the number. Calling with your final thoughts. We got about 5 minutes left in the show. Our final thoughts and the final topic we'll be talking about tonight. NFL going global. First game in Mexico City since 2005. They've obviously been living in London. China has been a question mark. But Mexico City for the first time in 11 years. We were just saying off the air. I personally, it depends on what you like. Because Mexico City, obviously, much worse conditions than London. But London is also 4,000 miles over the Atlantic Ocean. Imagine the team from London traveling week in and week out.
Oh no, that's why it can never happen. Like
it's such a bad idea.
I was actually just like thinking about this in my head while you were speaking. Like the reason I think the NFL is trying to do this is because I don't know. I feel like they think that the NFL is going to lose like a lot of like people are going to stop playing football.
Well, this probably goes back to the soccer.
So they're trying to expand to everyone globally, so that more people from overseas start coming to play in the NBA.
It's that soccer argument and the fact that NFL ratings are going down.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of people that truly think the NFL will be dead in 20, 25 years.
I don't think
I don't think dead either. But that's why they're trying to expand globally. Not expand in terms of putting teams places, just expand in terms of getting players from other countries to start making bigger football league, making football a bigger part of the society so that they can start playing. But maybe other countries are smarter than us and won't think to hit each other in the head with helmets.
Well,
probably.
I'm
telling you, the helmet's more of a weapon than it is safety. I don't care what anyone says.
I filmed an 8th grade team over the weekend, and they were wearing helmets with padding on the top. I was like, yeah, the guy told me, I was like, oh, am I the right spy? He's like, is the team about to play wearing padded helmets? And I'm like, yeah. I was so confused. I'd never seen it before.
Back to the phone lines here on Beast of the East on WRPR 90.3 FM. Who's this and where are you calling from?
It's me, guys. Hi.
Who is this?
It's Scott. It's Scott.
Oh, hi, Scott.
Oh, okay. Hi. What?
I called in. You said you wanted to hear my final thoughts.
I'd love to hear your final thoughts,
Not
Scott.
yours specifically, but
somebody's.
No, as for the NFL going globally, I think it's a little bit desperate. I think it's desperate because you talk about baseball and how they went to Cuba and they go to different places. It makes more sense when they go somewhere else because of the players that they're also housing as well. Football, American football, there's a reason it's called American football. I think they need to really focus on the U.S. and focus on. You talk about the NFL being dead in 20, 25 years. It is a possibility because of all the injuries that are coming out. So focus on the United States. Focus on the kids that you want playing in those 20 to 25 years. Focus on those safety regulations, making it, appeal more to the people that, started this entire organization. I understand going global, but I just don't think the NFL is global. Me and Dean talked about this a couple months ago, or a few weeks ago when when the Rams and Giants were playing in London. It just looks a little desperate to me. I just don't find it necessary to have to even think about creating a team in London or a new division in London or wherever you want to put it. It makes zero sense to me. Football is not global. It's an American sport, plain and simple.
My biggest concern is always going to be money, especially with London. And I mean, I don't really know how the Blue Jays are with the MLB, but I know that they are. I mean, the Blue Jays don't even sell out games unless they're good. But I mean, speaking of Canada, football, the NFL will never go to Canada because the CFL, believe it or not, is pretty big.
Yeah.
But I just a sport can't be a global league. Baseball, the furthest team is Toronto. And I'm not sure how they do with attendance or revenue a year in and year out. I mean, they're getting good players to play there, but
because of Drake.
Honestly,
it has a lot to do with it. Drake has made Toronto a very marketable city.
No, he has.
But look at Pete Carroll and USC. He used all the celebrities there, and a lot of kids went there.
Yeah, no, it's the same thing. It has a lot to do with that.
London can never happen.
Wait,
though.
You want to know? Did you read what Dylan just wrote in our group chat?
Yeah.
70% taxes.
Don't say all of it, if you know what I mean. Don't say the bad word in there. Just checking. You're making your debut this year. I want you to look good.
Just read it.
I understand. I understand its global reach. Trying to get people around the world, like especially the NBA. You brought up China. Basketball is huge in China, and they know all of the stars here. Over there, reaching globally makes.
And the NBA still goes to China.
Exactly, but when you're talking football, it's really an American sport. You don't really see a lot of other people, especially overseas, over the Atlantic, playing it. They're playing soccer. They're playing basketball. You don't see them playing American football. This is an American sport, and they really need to focus on making sure that,
it is alive in 25 years.
That they're paying attention to the U.S. and not everywhere else.
And on top of that, are London fans, if they ever have any, are they going to wake up? Not wake up because they're actually later than us. Are they really going to be up until 10 o'clock at night every Sunday? Do they really want to stay up that late every week? I doubt it. Scott, we're going to let you go because we have to go. All right? Okay. Goodbye-bye. Thanks for calling.
Goodbye-bye.
Beast of the East on WRPR 90.3 FM. Giants in action on Sunday. Once again, Jets in action on Sunday again, but who knows how long we'll talk about them. We're right back here tomorrow on Beast of the East. Hopefully Scott will be in here. Dean, you won't be here.
Bye-bye.
Brandon, you can do whatever the hell you want. Doesn't really matter to me. Until tomorrow, it is not goodbye. It is see you later. So long and take care, everybody.
When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen.